What's good? What's really good? It's your boy Led, and I'm back with a Road to Glory video. Every season has its highs and lows, but the moments in between, the quiet weeks when the cameras aren't rolling and the crowds aren't cheering, are where true growth happens. For Tyrell Phillips, the bye week wasn't just a break, it was an opportunity. After a hard-fought win against Utah State, the Trojans had a brief moment to catch their breath. But for Tyrell, this week was anything but a break. It was a chance to prove that he could be more than just a name on the roster. At USC, the expectations are always high, and the pressure to perform never lets up. Tyrell knew that if he wanted to be a key contributor to this team, he couldn't afford to waste a single moment. The bye week was his chance to refine his skills, to study the playbook, and to build the trust of his coaches and teammates. It was time to put in the work. As the sun rose over the practice field, Tyrell was already hard at work. The coaches had set up a series of drills designed to test his focus, his hands, and his footwork. Each drill was an opportunity to correct the mistakes that had haunted him in the first few games. Whether it was catching passes in traffic or running precise routes, every rep was crucial. One of the biggest challenges Tyrell faced was consistency. In the high-stakes world of college football, a single drop or a missed assignment could be the difference between winning and losing. The coaching staff knew that Tyrell had the raw talent, but what he needed now was discipline. During the bye week, the coaches took extra time to work with him one-on-one, focusing on the details that could elevate his game. Whether it was adjusting his stance at the line of scrimmage or improving his release off the snap, Tyrell was absorbing everything like a sponge. But football isn't just about physical skills, it's a mental game as well. In the film room, Tyrell spent hours studying tape, not just of his own performances, but of his upcoming opponents. Understanding the tendencies of defenses he'd be facing, recognizing coverages, and knowing when to break off of a route were all critical to his development. This was where he could turn potential into production. Of course, part of being a great player is taking care of your body. The bye week gave Tyrell a chance to focus on strength and conditioning. In the gym, he pushed himself to get stronger, faster, and more durable. This wasn't just about surviving, it was about thriving in it. Every squat, every bench press, every sprint was a step forward, becoming the player he knew he could be. But football is also a team sport, and Tyrell knew that he couldn't do it alone. Building chemistry with his teammates was just as important as catching passes or making blocks. During the bye week, he made a conscious effort to connect with his fellow receivers, his quarterback, and even the linemen who protected him on every play. Whether it was extra reps after practice or just talking through plays in the locker room, Tyrell was building the relationships that would pay dividends on game day. Behind the scenes, the coaching staff was keeping a close eye on Tyrell's progress. They saw a player who was hungry, who was willing to put in the work, and who was starting to understand what it took to succeed at this level. But they knew that potential was just the beginning. The real test would come when Tyrell stepped back onto the field and faced live competition once again. As the bye week came to an end, Tyrell could feel the difference. He was more confident, more prepared, and more determined than ever to make an impact. The road ahead was still long, and there would be more challenges to come. But for the first time, Tyrell felt like he was truly in control of his destiny. The bye week had given Tyrell Phillips the time he needed to regroup, to refocus, to recommit to his goals. It wasn't a vacation, it was a turning point. As the next game approached, Tyrell was ready to show that work he put in, it wasn't just for show. It was a foundation for something greater. The journey was far from over, but Tyrell was ready for whatever came next.